came down with a very, very severe cold. Maybe 2 or 3 days before this tournament, I had like a headache, a really, really bad headache. Like my head was just bashing, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, why did my head hurt so bad? Then the next day, I started having a runny nose, headache, runny nose, really bad runny nose, like just a runny nose, really, where like I just had to keep blowing my nose, and then my voice started to change. So I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That's why yesterday I had the headache. I'm like, because I couldn't understand why I had such a bad headache. I'm like, do I need sleep? Do I need more water? What is going on? And then the next day, this is all four days before this tournament. So we played this tournament on Saturday. I started having these signs of a cold. Monday, my head was bashing. Tuesday, I started having, my head was hurting, and I started having a really runny nose, and my voice started to change. And I'm like, oh man, I'm coming down with a cold. And man, this is right before the tournament. This sucks. So I'm going to drop some pictures in here showing you guys literally by day 3. So by Wednesday, I had the headache, the runny nose, the changed voice, the cough, just feeling very, very like how you feel when you have a cold, like very, very sick. Like I had to take Thursday off. Wednesday, I'm still trying to fight it. Thursday, I'm like, oh, okay, you're sick. And by Wednesday, I was taking medicine. By Wednesday, man, I went through a box of Kleenex in a couple hours, you know. And then by Thursday, my body was just totally going through the ringer. Like I took the whole day off of work. I spent the whole day just pretty much resting and just trying to feel better, right? And then by Friday, I felt a bit better. And by Friday, I did a lot of studying for the tournament, which was Saturday, right? So I studied like a lot Friday. But I wouldn't say it was cramming at all, but I studied a ton because throughout the week, I just was not feeling well. And then by Saturday was the day of the tournament, guys. And this is game 3. Where like literally the whole entire game, I blundered pretty much the entire game away because I had a cough attack. I remember during this game, I was just coughing, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad. I had my hand sanitizer with me, but the whole game, I was just basically just like, imagine being in a silent room and you're just, you know, but I just like, I don't know if it was like the air in there, but I basically in this game had a cough attack and blundered away the game. But I would say that my first blunder when I lose my H7 pawn, I think it was a result of round 2 that I already showed you guys, where I lost the game, where I had quite a few chances to be the expert rated level player. It wasn't that I was sad about the game. It was more so that, like, you know, after the game, we didn't really have a lot of time, and him and I reviewed the game a bit, and he was just trying to tell me, like, some things about the game, and I'm just like, bro, you're totally wrong. You lost this game a few times. You just, you know, like, don't lecture me on the game. But I think that probably pissed me off a bit more than I realized moving into game 3. So I think that game 3, I think my blunder on H7 was just a lack of focus. Not having enough time in between rounds to kind of decompress from the previous games. So I think I started off game 3 pretty not all the way focused, right? So that contributed to my blunder of my H7 pawn, like completely blundered it, almost as if it doesn't mean anything to me. However, it means a lot to me. And then I overlooked a tactic that I had to win material, which I think, again, was just a lack of focus, not being all the way there, needing to win a game, but still being a bit focused on your previous games. So yeah, I blundered away that opportunity. And then finally, I blundered my rook for a knight and lost material there. And that came down to, those last 2 blunders came down to basically a cough attack. Like I was just coughing, like, like the whole tournament. And I think that kind of took some of my focus away, and that's why I blundered my opportunity to win material, and I also blundered my piece. And after blundering my final piece, I just resigned, guys. So I literally had a cough attack and blundered the whole game away. Imagine being in a very, very quiet room and just like having a cough, you know. I was overcoming a sickness that I picked up earlier that week. Of course, I had my sanitizer with me. It's so crazy because I was feeling better that day, or else I wouldn't have played. I was feeling better. I had no cough until game 3. And it was just, it's like maybe there was something in the air. Maybe, I don't know. But I went on a cough attack and I just blundered all my pieces away, guys. So without further ado, let's look at round 3 and let's see exactly what went down. So guys, this was the only game of the tournament I will actually say, like, I was genuinely outplayed. Like I showed you guys in round one, I don't think that I was like really outplayed at all. I rook move to h4, threatening that unprotected bishop. It just made my back rank weak, and he was able to capitalize off that minor mistake. I think game two, you guys already seen how many chances I had to pull off a win against an expert level player. I would say this is the only game where, you know, between my probably not having enough time to detach from game two, and then my cough attack that I had during the game, that lack of focus actually allowed this player to outplay me in this game. So this game, I would say I was actually, you know, outplayed, and he deserved to win this game. Without further ado, my opponent was white in this game. I was black. He played with a accuracy of 79.2. My accuracy was 73.3. He got a game rating of 2,000 for this particular game. I got a game rating of 1650 for this particular game. Okay, guys? My opponent had 0 brilliant moves. I had 0 brilliant moves. I had 1 great move. My opponent had 0. I had 5 best moves. My opponent had 4. We both shared 1 excellent move. My opponent had 4 good moves. I had 1. We both had 7 book moves. I had 1 inaccuracy. My opponent had 0. I had 2 mistakes. My opponent had 1. My opponent had 3 misses. I had 1. And then my opponent had 1 blunder, and I had 2. Hence the cough attack in the title of this video. I had a cough attack and blundered away everything, guys, which is my pawn and my rook. So let's take, and I blundered away the opportunity to win the material that he blundered. His 1 blunder, right? So guys, let's take a look at this game, and let's see exactly what went down. What caused me to lose game 3 and go 0-3 this past Saturday. All right, he starts out with the move e4. I get right into my Carl Khan. He goes with these classical knights variation. He takes. I play the move knight f6. I don't really like this line. I really don't know why I played it. It was funny because I think that Monday I reviewed this line with my coach, the knight f6 line, and you know, he made it look so beautiful that I'm like, yeah, maybe I will play it, but I don't know. It's just not. I don't think this is the line that I love to play. But anyway, he takes, I take back, and then I develop my bishop to d6. This is all book, right? I get castled, and then rook comes over. His knight goes there. My bishop goes there. Guys, he got a battery. He's literally looking to take this h7 pawn, guys, and this is blunder 1. I think some blunders just come with a lack of focus, a lack of being all the way there in that particular game. I think a part of me was still recovering from game 2, and like literally game 2 ended and game 3 started. Like there was no, you know, real downtime. And I guess the downtime we did have, I took it to talk to the player that I played in round 2, which was a waste of my time and my analysis because he was wrong about a lot of things, and he thought he could tell me what to do, and I outplayed him. I love him. If he sees this video, no smoke with you, bro. It's just like, I don't know where some of that was coming from. But anyway, he plays this move. He's got a battery here, and I just totally overlook it, right? So I play the move knight d7, just developing, but literally gave away a free pawn. And I had a game recently in this video here where I talk about, you know, how costly a mistake like that can be. And it can be costly. The reason that a move like this is costly is because now he just took advantage of this pawn, and you're weak on your white square. So this is a pretty devastating blow. I'm just at the board like, wow, not this again. Not this again. Really? You're not focused right now. I know you're not focused, because if you were focused, you would never just let somebody, you know, take a free pawn. So I play the move king to h8. He backs up there, bishop to h5. What he's trying to do is get rid of my dark square bishop so that he could expose me on these light squares now that he's opened them up, right? I cannot allow that. So I go here, bishop to d5. The better move was bishop takes f5, because even though I would have been giving away my protector of the light squares, I also would have been taking his attacker of the white squares, right? So this probably would have evened it out. But instead, I decided to hold on to my bishop because, man, I've been burned before where, you know, this happened to me and I gave up my white square bishop, and I paid for it on the light squares. But I think the difference is that in that game where I paid for it on the light squares, he had his light square bishop when I did not. In this game, if I take here, we both are getting rid of our light square defender and his light squared attacker. So I think I would have been okay. But anyway, I play this move, not the best move. He plays that move, not the best move on his part. Then I play this move, c5, and apparently that is a blunder, okay? He gets castled, but he missed the fact that I blundered there. Damn, that's another blunder. I didn't even take this one into account, guys. Let's see how this is a blunder. He takes knight c5. He castles long. Ooh, okay, I see it. Yeah, I'm about to blunder here. So, yeah, I see why c5 was a mistake in that position. Because how do you guard this? And then you put something on that, and then how do you guys? Okay, yeah, so that was a blunder, but he did not see it. So guys, you see, I'm just blundering away stuff. This position is just ugly. This is just an ugly position. Even with him castling long and this being a miss, I guess I'm just in an ugly situation here. I don't like anything about this position. This position makes me very uncomfortable. This is disgusting. Okay, so I played the move c5. That's a decent move, guys. Here I'm like, okay, I'm losing. I don't like this position. I'm very uncomfortable, but I gotta, I have to do something, right? So I play the move c5. At this point, guys, I'm just like coughing and trying to get back control of a losing position and just basically having a cough attack. I'm like drinking water, trying to slow my cough down. The cough came out of nowhere. Again, by Saturday, I was feeling a little bit better. Like I got my hand sanitizer. I made sure I took my medicine. But at this point with C5, I'm trying to gain some type of control over a losing position. And I'm having like a full out cough attack at this point. The room is so silent. I'm just trying to be okay. Right? My mouth is all the way here, of course. I didn't want to, cough on anybody. I have my hand sanitizer for my hands and whatnot. But guys, completely silent room. Everybody's locked into their game, and I'm just having a cough attack. But anyway, I played a move c5, and I think when he makes this move, it's just a matter of not liking the position, trying to win back a position that's already lost, while at the same time having a cough attack. So I totally missed my opportunity to win material here, which is just simply rook captures e2, queen captures, and then bishop captures, right? I would have got 2 minor pieces, which is 6 points, and he would have got a rook, which is 5. So that's a blunder there. But again, guys, I totally overlooked it. And meanwhile, I'm having a cough attack, and he plays a terrible move like bishop f4, and I did not take advantage of the move. I just didn't see it. I think a matter of not being focused, okay? If you're still kind of hung up about round 2 and you are also trying to calm this cough down, your mind is too many different places. You're not totally locked into this game. And I think that is what caused the result of this game. So I played a move bishop to f8. Obviously not the right move, right? I'm just letting him gain squares, gain a lot of control here, and it's just no good. So then he plays this move, I play that move, kicking his light square bishop out. Finally, I think, you know what? We're both getting rid of our light square pieces, so it's okay. So I trade out the light square bishops. I go queen to a5, trying to develop a piece there. He moves over, and then I play this move, f5. Definitely not the best move. I don't even know why I played that. Like, it's just so unnecessary. I think there's a lot of other things that's a lot better than f5. The computer actually suggests queen f5. And that makes sense, right? Oh my goodness, is that winning? Queen f5? Yeah, queen f5 is winning. Because I would have been hitting your unprotected piece. Let's say I play this. Am I not winning here? Is this not just loss? If I played this, where does he go? Knight to c5. Okay, he would have hit this. But I'm still winning here. Yeah, I think a queen to f5 instead of the stupid pawn push would have been pretty decisive, actually, because not only am I hitting your unprotected bishop, I'm hitting this twice. 1, 2, and your queen is only protecting it once. So, guys, I had some opportunities here, but I was just going through a lot this game, where, between being a bit hung up on round 1, I think that was the reason for this f7 pawn, of this h7 pawn. But by taking that pawn and me going down that material, I got locked into the game. Like, oh shoot, I gotta focus now. Like, it was like a wake up, and then I started to have this cough attack. So like now I'm trying to calm this cough down and trying to gain back a losing situation. Trying to win back a losing situation. So it was just rough from here. I played the move f5, and then my opponent played knight to d6, guys. And this is just where it ends for me, because I've seen this come here. At this point, I'm up from the table. I've gotten up. I went to blow my nose. I'm up from the table trying to calm my cough down. Like, I'm coughing and looking at the game from standing up, because like I am just full out coughing here. And ultimately, I played What did I play? I played a move like this, b5, trying to protect a hanging pawn, not even realizing that he's taking my rook. And I didn't even know he was about to take my rook. He actually spent like 2 minutes thinking about it. Bro, there's nothing to think about. Just take the rook, right? But yeah, I played b5. I didn't even realize it was a blunder when I played it. He just took my rook like 2 minutes later, and I'm like, oh, I just lost this game. I take back, and then I just resigned because I was like, yeah, bro, I'm just out of it. He was just like, yeah, I thought you were good. He basically said, like, I think you would have had some, the way you were playing and trying to recover from the position, I think you would have had so many opportunities, but, you know, I think the cough really, really was distracting for you. And I'm like, it's exactly that. The cough was distracting. The pawn hang on h7 was more so maybe not being all the way there, not being all the way ready for game 3. Guys, if you got any suggestions of things that you do in between rounds, especially rounds that are back to back, like close together, drop them in the comment section for me. Let me know how you kind of calm down from previous games and get refocused for the next. Because this isn't the first time I think something like this happened. It seemed like round 3 maybe I lose a little bit of focus or something. So yeah, I got to do better with that for sure. Because h7 was just I wasn't even coughing yet. That was just a blunder. Like, I wasn't all the way in the game. When he had the piece here and the piece here, I was coughing at that point. And then, knight captures there. I was in a full-out cough attack. I was up from the table looking down at the game, just like trying to gain control over my cough. So, very, very interesting game, though. I think this was the only game where I think I was like, it wasn't little details. I was beat here. I was outplayed. I think focus-wise, I just was not all the way there. After I blundered my rook away, I took the knight back, and then I just resigned from here because he's won. He's up, he's up a ton of material here. Okay, guys, so that was round 3. I was 0-3 at this point. Very, very upset. But, we got to play round 4, and we got to try to close this thing out. So I will see you guys in round 4. A major takeaway from this game, guys, is focus. Focus. Try your best to focus. Focus even after maybe things didn't go your way in the previous round. And focus as best you could if you are having something similar to what I had, which in my case was I was just coughing bad. So this was just a game where I think I lacked focus and therefore lost the game, guys. So that's round 3, and I will see you in round 4.